Good afternoon, guys. So, gonna do a load of building with you. Excuse me. I've been building for a couple of hours now, or a little while, should we say. Something's not working. What's going on? So, we'll just recap what I have done. 2 secs. So, this area now, from Little Dragon across, is now all fully finished. So this is all now rocked, treed, foliaged, and done. Same goes for Little Dragon. So that's now all done. Day and night time. That now is all sorted, and the train is incorporated into it as from the train station. So what I've done is I've put these archways in, which gives quite a good effect actually from the queue line. There you go. And also totally separates this coaster from that, which is perfect. Plus it gives quite a good sight line whilst you're on the train, and it works seamlessly. It's absolutely, I don't know, it just seems to sit there so perfectly well with the Little Dragon. So I've finished off around here as well, so I've just kind of made it a little bit smaller there, just because of the way the queue line was. I didn't want it to kind of cut through it, so that's all sorted. But yeah, Little Dragon is pretty much done now, and the sight lines look pretty cool. And the nice thing is, now that I've got some more trees in, it's kind of covering this up a bit from eye level, which is good. But it's nice to have this waterway done, along with all the foliage and everything. It's not too much there, just mainly rocks, to be honest with you, because most of this hedgeway is a tree. A few trees that I've put underground, which, as you can see, so it just saves on piece count basically. Because believe it or not, we have hit 100,000 pieces, and we're nowhere near done. But we will get there. What else have I done? I've just added a few more bits to the diner. So basically I've added a pink neon light and a vertical blue one there to go with the original blue one that was on here. And I've also copied and pasted it and turned it into pink. And then inside I've just added some animatronics basically. Toilet sign. And then what I didn't know you could do was the elevator doors. I didn't know you could colour code them. So basically I've colour coded them to the buildings. That one I've done that colour because of the interior of the diner. And then the other ones I've done all brown to coincide with the brickwork, just so they blend in a little bit more basically. Which I think works quite well. That's alright, I guess. No, that's pretty much it for today. So that's actually taken quite a while to do all that. But what I have also done is done a little bit more work and refined the haunted mansion. So I think what we'll do is we'll just have a little ride on that, just so that you guys have the update at the beginning of the video instead of having to try and find it. So use same. To anyone who hasn't seen it recently, I've added these books all along the top here. It just adds a bit, and I added this section just here. It just added a bit again. Put another little table in just to give it a little bit more detail. I've put knocking noises in some of the doors, which works quite well. And at the minute we got 3,000 guests in the park, so we're not doing too bad at 20 to 25 frames a second, I don't think. So let's just pause. Let's see where we are. Spoiler. Right. Okay, this is still a work in progress. Hey, Mike, how are you, stranger? How you doing, fella? You all good? So, I'm just going to give you a little bit. This is still a little bit of a work in progress. There's still some bits to do, but I've added some scenes today, which hopefully you guys will enjoy. So I'll shut up now. So yeah, there you go, guys. I've added those elements with Slimer because I thought that was the best way to incorporate some form of ghost in, because the other ghosts are just a bit too cartoony. And I thought that one where he comes at you, I may just have to move it forwards a bit so it gets a bit closer. And I added the sound effects in there of his laugh and everything, and just this one going backwards and forwards. I may just put it at the back, I'm not sure yet. Slide it back a bit. And this bit here, I thought works quite well. It just, I don't know, it's quite cool. It's not too much of a jump scare, you can't get the timings right on it, but I thought that worked quite well. And I do like the scene in here. There's not much you can do with the ghosts, if you know what I mean. So I've just tried to set the scene, give it that kind of darkish kind of feel. I do love it in here. There's a few triggered bits I've got to quickly do, actually, guys. That's what we're here to do anyway, get this part done, finished. So we want number 12. We want to connect that, done. And this one will connect to, we need to add one. Oh, I hate the triggers. 30 all the way around to there. Thank you. Yeah, I know what you mean on the keyboard, mate, but it's actually really easy. Shift, what is it? Control Z, underloo. Control X brings up advanced key. It's pretty easy. You'll nail it eventually, mate. But it's kind of the opposite for me. I couldn't imagine what you call it. I couldn't imagine trying to play this on a controller. Yeah, that would send my brain insane. What's that, 31? I'll just bring that back a tad. It's fine, that one, as that comes around there, gets that one moving. There we go. So it's in the background moving as you're looking at it. That's perfect. And then as you spin around, that one's moving. It's all good. So yeah, there we go, guys. That's the Haunted Mansion so far. We are, if you weren't here at the beginning of the video, I have already hit 100,000 pieces, which is incredible. But today what I've been doing is I've just filled this area now, so this is done. So the berm you can't see out of the park now, and even from the go-karts, everything's pretty much got something there. So that's all good. Same from the train. And then Little Dragon, this little kiddie coaster here, is now fully finished. There's only one little bit I've got to do actually, which is just this embankment bit just here, and down this little gap here. But that's quite a cool little coaster now. We'll have a little ride on that. Just coming back into the station. It is very much more of a real park, dare I say it, this? Not real park, a more realistic park. So where Thunderland was huge coasters entwining with each other and everything, this is a bit more realistic. So when it comes to the coasters, they're not all crazy fast, you know, they are a bit smoother, especially the kiddie ones or the family ones, and a bit slower to enjoy the theming as well. But then we've also, as you just saw in the background there, we've got two dueling B&Ms, an invert and a flying coaster that are completely the opposite. So yeah, you got a bit of everything. I've just done my best to make it look and feel as real as possible without switch track stations, all that kind of thing, you know, maintenance sheds. I haven't done any of that again. I haven't done any of the behind the scenes stuff. Um, but you kind of don't need it in a Disney park because you don't see it, if you know what I mean. Good job they got those sci-fi helmets on at the front. So that's kind of Moomin, not Moomin, what am I doing? Goofy's Barnstormer in Magic Kingdom. But the queue is fully fitted out. Where are we? The cool thing is you get to see a lot of the dueling coasters from here. So whilst you're waiting, if there's a long queue, you get quite some good views up top here. And then you come down and then you're kind of looking up the lift hill. And I love the arches. I think the arches came out nice. It gives it a distinct look. I'd probably say medieval stroke Viking-y look. I don't know. But yeah, finished all this up today. Added a little bit more lighting. I put all this guarding up like you would kind of have it. I don't know. It works. The peeps go between them, so it looks out half realistic. And I just put some tensor barriers up around the corners because obviously they still need access to here and so forth. Yeah. And at night time, it looks, I think, better. There you go. So just got some fireflies in. Hey Nick, I'm good. How are you? Welcome to the channel, dude. First time chat. Thanks for joining. Just giving you guys a little bit of an update, really. Done a load of work today. So finished this off now, pretty much. I'm just going to do the embankment at the back here. Incorporating it into the train station. So the train station now has a lovely bridge that it goes all the way across, which looks quite nice. Yeah. But no, it's an insane build. It really is. Yeah, it's crazy, but it just feels so good at eye level. I have been messing around with fireworks, putting them behind there, and it looks absolutely, like, just insane. But you have kind of all the lands. It's not a direct comparison, or creation, should I say. But you have Adventureland, and as you walk through, you're met with quite a view, which basically is a river rapids, fully skimmed, no track visible, apart from the wood bits on the splash zones and on the lift hills. The little shops, I've got to finish that off. I haven't done that yet. We'll add a little bit more detail in here, but not too much. The queue line feels a lot better at night time than it does in the day because it's quite bland. But the lighting kind of works. So I've got, again, look, I haven't finished the station building yet with the lighting. So it swings and roundabouts, but you got... I love this scene. I think this scene's fairly realistic. I have to make an admission. The main street is not mine, but what I have done with it, I've pinched it off the workshop. The reason being is I had built one, but I didn't like it. It didn't suit the rest of the vibe of what I've gone for, build detail-wise. And I thought, you know what, I really don't want to spend another 2 weeks making another main street, or however long it was going to take. So I had a little peruse, and I saw this one. And I've totally rearranged the buildings. The buildings are in different positions. I broke them all up. I've added a load of stuff to them. I've taken stuff off. I've added shops to them, and it's still a work in progress. But I've put the bins in, the Disney bins, only down the main street, just to give it that kind of feel. The entrance is a little bit different because that was kind of the feel I was going to go with originally, which was just like a, dare I say it, Harry Potter-esque roofline style, wooden, alpine, whatever. I'd built the car park and that was it. and then I built the main street because I thought I'd lay it out like a Disney park with no intention of actually building anything that looks like a Disney park. And then I built the castle, and then it kind of just really, I went, right, what should we do with Adventureland? And I thought, what haven't I done that's not been reviewed? And I thought, well, River Rapids. I've never done that before. So I thought I'd do that. And there's a number of other firsts for me as well. Indoor shooting ride. As you saw, the Haunted Mansion, a fully themed dark ride. My objective with this was to actually make a city-themed coaster that goes in and out of everything, pretty much the building, you know, 2-3 times in some respects, but have zero clipping. I did not want any clipping. I wanted to get it right, just because every time I watch a video, someone's clips, and it's yeah, frustrating. Just one of my little niggles, you know. I do have to remember to pull that out a bit, actually, because the nose touches there. That's the only bit. But yeah, I've worked really hard on that, and we are working on that as we speak. The diner now looks pretty cool. Just put some tables in with some people. Got the telephone box ringing. Traffic lights. These alleyways at night time look awesome. You get the coaster go across that way and across that way down below. And it also goes over the top and comes out the top here. Crosses over twice. It's just a cool looking little thing, you know. I've actually thought of that in the past, but there's been a couple that have been done over the last couple of years. I think, well, one was the, what's the Tower Terror ride? The lift thing. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Banif did it with that, and it looks absolutely awesome. So then we have the pirate area, which is this building here is pretty much a one-on-one creation to the Pirates of the Caribbean. That's Florida. So this, from this side of this tower to this corner of this building, that's pretty much identical, bar the lamps. Obviously I put those in. But then we have a pirate getaway, a coaster, and sounds like it's coming. Here it comes, over the top, banks round into a little corkscrew back into the area. But you come in here for the queue line. And I love this. I love how this came out. But basically I just did like a little pier kind of thing up to the loading dock of the castle. Coaster comes, oh, the perfect timing, look at that. Love it. And this is, as a station, is pretty much done. Sorry guys, so this station is pretty much done, bar ornamental pieces, just making it feel a little bit more red coat, not pirate, red coat this bit, because you're in jail. And then as you come through the dungeon or the jails, you've got the red coats saluting you as you go past. Sometimes you get the coaster go up to the top hat, sometimes if you're at the back of the train. As it comes around, I think it's about here. Once the train gets round, it will shoot up there. So I've tried to make that interaction, but I couldn't make this any slower. I couldn't. It was, yeah, just trying to get it to, I think it literally, here it comes. Yeah. So it'll be a back view ride there, and then basically I've got to do all this. I haven't done any of this yet. And then we have all this. So it's, yeah, I've got to do all that yet. And we're at 100,000 pieces already. No worries, Nick. Nice to see you, bud. Maybe next time. Catch you soon. Always online, buddy. Then we have the restaurants. Well, just Blanco style restaurant toilets. The entrance to my pirate dark ride, basically. that is a huge work in progress. I haven't started it yet. Well, I have, but if you've ever been on Pirates of the Caribbean, you can kind of get the feel of it. Then go down into some caves. It's much darker at night time. You have a lightning storm through the caves, so you kind of get to see that in the distance as the boat's coming up. Then you come up the lift hill, one of many, into the, I don't know, pirate town, I guess, where it'll be cheery, laughter, crazy shots going off, all sorts. Then we'll have facade of a castle. And then as we come under here, the castle will be burning. We'll have a couple of explosions. And then as we come around here, we're just setting the scene for the pirate ship attacking the Redcoat Bay, basically. Obviously it's going to be a nighttime ride, so just to show you. It's kind of the visuals we're going for. And head height wise, we're about there. So you're getting the splashes and everything, which is all good. And then it will go just behind here, up a lift hill, into another cave section, down into the pirates fighting the redcoats by boats. And then as you come around the corner here, there'll be an explosion at the front here, which hopefully would make sense. And then you have a little interaction with the coaster. Back down we go into a room full of treasure. As simple as that, guys. So pretty much the same as Pirates of the Caribbean, or very, very similar anyway. But it's just getting around to doing it. It's a labour of love. I've been enjoying every second of this build. But it's just getting to that point now where, you know, there are things that need to be done and there are things that need to be started. But the nice thing is, and the way I build is I chop and change between. I never just do one thing and get that done. There's still so much more to do in the sci-fi section. So it was like today, I didn't intend to touch this, but I just started placing a few rocks and it started working its way around here, started working through there, got around the front, got around the back, and thought, oh, whilst I'm at it, I'll do this. And then I ended up around here. And then before you know it, you've done it, you know? That's pretty much how I build. So if anyone ever asks, anyone wants to snippet that video, they're more than welcome. But that's pretty much how I build. Sporadic, maybe is the word. I'm not sure. But it's just the sight lines I love. I genuinely love this part. Got all the music in. A unique swinging mine train. It feels like the Seven Dwarfs mine train. You know? If you have been to Disney, you know what I mean. And this is the fantasy area of my castle. Just a little bit odd at the back, but it's the way how big the roof pieces are and stuff. You kind of have to model it to those. But where you have Filler Magic in real life, I put a Rocktopus that is fully skinned out. So again, that's all done, all lit up. Same with the Free Flyer, but what the Free Flyer doesn't do is tilt. So it just goes around in a circle. But I thought at night time, when you have the carousel going, the Free Flyer and that, the lighting is quite spectacular. Especially when you're at a view about, it's just about here. You just have so much going on and it looks so good. And then you've got my speed build shops there. And my speed build haunted mansion that you've seen. Remley, how are you? Having a good day? And then we are literally work in progress with Thunder Mounting. But it's getting there. This has taken a year. The whole park at the minute is a year in. But this particular... Actually, no, this hasn't taken a year. I'm going to lie, because the way I initially started building this park was trying to get the areas done before I built the next one, which is a way I've never built before. But actually, I was watching the speed build back at this the other day, and none of this was here. None of this. It was insane. I think you had a bit of the pirate walkway. That was it. That was completely empty. None of this was here. None of that was there. It was just so interesting to see that over a short period of time, or a long period of time, depending on how you look at it, it transforms. So yeah. I mean, this, I'll give you a little POV of this. It's probably best in daylight. Here we go. How are we all today anyway? We all good? You can kind of see what I mean by there's still loads to do. Let's have a ride on Big Pond. And we'll do this one at the back. Doesn't this just cheer you up? Just give you a good vibe? I love it. Right, so there's still a load to do on that. Like I was saying, a load of cave work to do. What we have done over the last few days is this. So finally kitted out the train station. The only thing I think I've got to do is light it. That's the only thing. And some music. And I just absolutely love this pathway. I know it sounds stupid, but I don't know why, but it just feels like I just got it right. Just the angles, the way it works, the way it looks. So basically this is the bottom of the drop tower. So the drop tower is incorporated into the mine train. And whilst you're in the queue, but also whilst you're on ride, you get loads of interactions. Plus you get some great views of the park. So, what we will do, we need to put some music in. So, park music. I never remember. Oh no, it's where is it? Vanilla, is it? Oh no, not Planet Bluegrass. We don't want Planet Bluegrass, idiot. That's for the ride. Western. What's Old Timers Campfire? So that's what we've got going around the rest of the park. Damn it. Nope. Yeah. So it's going to have to be the Old Timers Campfire. So what we need to do with this is point it away, because the coaster goes underground the whole way through here. So what we don't want to do is face it that way. So we will grab that one. That one up a bit. Into the rock. Turn it just a little bit. Thank you. I love this game. So we will grab here. Put it here. Nailed it. It's going to be quiet through here though, maybe. Sounds perfect. Ah, so that's another thing done around there. All good. Okay. Right, what shall we do, guys? I don't really want to build any part. Well, mind you, if I start building it, it'll get done, won't it? Okay. Let's start. Right, I'm just trying to think how to do this because this is going to be in a cave. Yes, we can make that further apart. It's fine. Okay, right. I think I'm going to do this, guys. You can just bear with me. Actually, we're going to use sandstone for the wall. Oh. Sorts that out. So yeah, it's a cool review. So you have the red coat shooting at the ship, cannon shooting at the ship, and as you come round, you get the reveal of the ship. I think that's quite cool. Right. Okay. So let's go back to this. How can we make this look good? Sorry guys, I'm literally just, as I always do, winging it. Hello, Mr. Curious Mind. How are you? Would you like to see more, my friend? How's this for you? How you doing, buddy? Anyway, you good? How's things down at Fort Park, and how's the Fort Park build coming along, mate? All good? I guess you like them, mate. And what's the piece count on yours, mate? Because I did see the frame count the last time you did a video, and I was like, wow. That's, yeah. It looks amazing, though, dude. Must admit. Especially what you did with, is it the slammer? Putting that in. That worked really, really well, mate. Right. Hey, Maxi, stranger, how are you? Crikey, I haven't spoken to you guys in such a long time. Hope you're well, guys. We're just working on my build that's taken a year so far. Just working on the pirate indoor ride at the moment. But we have this thing going on. Sheesh. I mean, I'm at 100k at the minute. I'm at 100k. But I haven't got many coasters and stuff in, so it's balancing itself out. I have recently upgraded my graphics card, and that's made a big difference. But I do have 3,000 guests in the park as well, so dependent on where you are, if you're over here, I'm getting 20, 22, 21 frames a second. If I turn to there, then down to 16, 17. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. But yeah, this is my park, guys. It's a Disney-inspired park. It's very much like the Magic Kingdom in Florida, in the way it looks, in the way it feels, the design of everything. If you've ever been, it's a pretty epic view. Just so I can get the teacups in. Yeah. There you go. Just, yeah, love it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. I got... I didn't spend a huge amount, but I got the AMD 6950 XT, which then meant I had to upgrade my PSU as well. But anyway, enough said about that. But no, does the job perfectly. Before I hit 90,000 around the edge of the park, I was at about 30, 35 frames a second around the edge of the park. Through the center, I was about 20, 25. If I dump all the people out right now, we'll be back up to about 31, 32 frames. What am I doing? But yeah, no, it does the job. I got it for a number of other things as well. Sim racing, so I can run everything in epic graphics. It looks absolutely insane. The only thing is the one of the HDMI ports went on it. The one I did have about a week and a half ago, and the buyer sent it back to them within 4 or 5 days. I had another one back brand new. So yeah, yeah, I've made sure my cooling is perfect and everything. So it does run hot, I must admit. But yeah, so you know, I know Maxi, the rides aren't like yours, buddy. The coasters, etc. I'm not that great, but they're pretty decent. They're all right. They're a bit jerky, some of them, but they do the job. But it's the theming I find that works well on mine. We do have a completely underground haunted mansion that looks insane. Would you guys like a ride? I haven't tried a park with less than 100k at the minute, Maxi, so for me it's I should probably open something up with about 70 and see what happens. Anyone like a ride again? I don't mind, it gives me a 5-minute break. Okay, well this is modelled loosely on the Haunted Mansion from a building perspective in Florida. And then as you come through the queue, you got the standard kind of Planko stuff going on. I don't know why people are still going on the rise. I thought I'd... Oh no, I've done the wrong thing. Hold on a second, guys. I've opened the park. We don't want to be doing that. There we go. Alright, that sorts out. Here's what you do when you're just clicking. But apart from that, this is pretty much all me now. So we have this kind of entry room here. But it's the tune. The in-game tune. Sounds kind of just like the real thing to me. And then I did a completely functional stairwell queue line, which is all lit. They knock the odd door as well, so they're rattling the door handles and knocking, which I think is pretty cool. We do have lightning going off up the top, so there's little similarities to the actual ride, but nothing's the same, and that's what I like about the park. Ooh, spoiler. You may like it, guys, you may not. It is still a work in progress. So that's pretty much it, guys. You know, fully themed, haunted-ish. Nothing too... Well, I think it's alright. I wouldn't say it's too spectacular, but it does the job. It's all nicely done, especially the queue line. And hi, Scarlett. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. Much appreciated. I'm glad you like my work. A lot of people do, apparently. Sorry, something's saying I'm trying to sign into my TV. I don't want to sign into my TV. Thank you. Excuse me. But yeah, that's the park, guys. Can't remember what we were doing now. Where were we? Pirate. Yeah, so the last bit, one of the first rides that went in once the pirate area was done was this, and I haven't touched it, basically. I did a bit of cave work at the beginning to make it feel a bit like Pirates of the Caribbean. Cheers, dude. Much appreciated. I do like the Futureland area. I think that looks great for my line. Looks pretty cool. Similar, not the same, but similar. And then again, we do have a coaster inside here, but I've got to work on that. If Maxie, if you're still there, bud, you're more than welcome to make one for me. I've actually got to redo the whole thing. And the reason being is I tried to put some terrain between these two skins, as you can see. And I did do it quite well, but the problem was it's still too thin to block out the moonlight. So even though this is inside at night time, you still see the track until you go down the bottom. But there's too much moonlight, so I've got to basically redo this skin. How can I put it? I've got a terrain up to this, get rid of it, then work out how much I need to have in between the two skins, and then remodel the whole coaster, basically. It's not that great. It's only the lift hill that I've done. The station's pretty cool. Where is it? Up here. Obviously, I don't want to move the station or anything because that's already there. And then you kind of get that Florida vibe as if you're going down the blue tunnel. So I have all this set up already. I just can't fathom out where we are. And then you go into the lift hill. So similar, not the same. And then you come out the top like you do in real life. But the problem is you see too much of the coaster, so it kind of ruins the effect. From certain angles, it's fine, like there. But then if you turn around, you've got the whole coaster. So I've incorporated the people mover, so it looks like there's spaceships going around, which I think is pretty cool when you're on the coaster. So yeah, I just got to, I'm leaving that because I don't want to do it, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, we got a lovely Adventureland area, which is a river rapids. Never done one before, so I thought I'd do it. So I put the old curtain waterfalls in, loads of splash effects. These turn off when the rapid gets close to it, and the same all the way around. Does go up quite high, but you know how the game mechanics work on this. Huge lift hill, but hardly goes anywhere. Slows down just perfectly for the corner. So, and then again, just up the back here, it's all themed, music wise. These turn on and off. And then you come in the top, into the cave, and then you get a cool view of the park. So yeah. But yeah, it's definitely getting there, guys. I love this little area. I think it's great. It just looks so good. I've got to do all the support work for that yet. Yeah, never ending, as we all know. Train looks pretty cool when it comes through here, though. Well, I think the main thing I've tried to do with this part more than anything is have it completely cohesive. So everything is covered. So there's no backstage areas. 1, don't have the room. 2, saves piece count basically. Plus 3, in Disney, the only kind of things you have are the doors. You know, imagine that one in real life. That's that building from that tower to the edge of this building here is pretty much the same. Here they have I think an alleyway with a door. So that's kind of the only backstage stuff they have visually. So yes, obviously if you look down you can see stuff, but I thought to myself, do you know what, I want to make this look absolutely insane, so I'm not going to do all that stuff. So just behind here I've just kind of covered it up with the bamboo basically. So put a little guardrail in, I've put the little bits like they do in Disney, so I just kind of covered it off like so. But yeah, there's lots of nice stuff in here that I've done that I've really enjoyed, like this station for instance. It sounds silly, it's only a train station, but I just love the way it feels. The queue comes up the front, you walk along the balcony, you kind of see everybody out there, and then comes in through the door. You've got rooms, and then you're bored. And I just love the way I've strutted it out. I think it just looks quite cool. The real nice thing that I enjoy about this is these bits here. As the train comes through, this, as you can see, the steam comes out. So it's functional. It's a functional design, which I really enjoy doing. The main street isn't mine. I've pinched that off the workshop. It was so nice. I just thought I can't better that. But I've added to it. I've changed things up. I've moved the buildings all around, so it's not the same as if you just plonk it. So yeah. I just didn't want to create another 2-3 weeks of work for myself. And then we have this little city area, which you would normally have the Hall of Presidents and the Liberty Bell. But it just wasn't big enough an area to be able to make that feel right. So I left it literally blank for about 9 months. And then about 3 months ago, I decided to just border it off with some plaster, just so I had a layout, take it out of the park and just mess about. And I ended up building this coaster. It's a bit janky because it's tight, but it goes in and out of buildings tons of times, even though we're not seeing any now. There you go. And it doesn't clip. And my main objective with this was to make a city kind of rat run kind of ride. Basically the ride is rats. So a lover or a hater, rats. Kind of done a walkway as if you're going up to the different levels of the theatre, and then basically it's going to go into the backstage of the theatre. We'll have lights up and stuff, and then basically it just goes a bit crazy from there. We're going to have a multicolored room in here just because it's going to feel completely different to the rest of the ride, plus I haven't got anything like that in the park, so why not? Goes over the roof. You've got TV aerials, chimneys, pipes, air conditioning units, all the stuff. And then as we go down here, as we come out the toilets into the diner, well, that works quite well. I do like these signage. I've never used these before, but just sunk them into the wall a bit, and what it does is it gets rid of the glare, makes them look like a complete neon, which is nice. Little fire station. The alleyways look pretty cool. They look good at night time. In fact, I think the whole cityscape looks better at night time, even with the moon in there. But when you look through there at those neons with the people just sitting there eating, I think that's a pretty cool view. You can see the coaster in here, but I've got to do something clever with the lighting. We then have a little police station just here, and then just some smaller scenery at the back with the bags sunk just to give it some depth perception. But yeah, this is a view I really like. It just looks so good with that and Space Mountain, the lighting, the blue, it just looks nice. And then the castle, really. Castle silhouette, very similar to Florida. The actual castle, I'll let you decide, but it's similar. Basically all I tried to do was create as many steps as possible. The main turrets are in the same position as the one in Florida, but with the pieces of the game, it's hard to be able to exactly do it unless you go crazy on piece count, and that's not what I've tried to do in this park. I've tried to make as much as I can, as detailed as I can, but with as bigger pieces as I can. So changes every 5 to 10 seconds, the light work, and one thing I'm really proud of, there's no light bleed. So in here you don't get any light bleed off those lights, which is really nice, because then it enables you to do exactly what you want in here with the lights. And I think this subtle purple with the beige lighting from the candles just works perfectly. And I love this view here. So cool. We've got the sword in the stone. You've got the fairy tale buildings behind. The flags all pointing to the left. It just all works. And this merry-go-round in these Theme Maker Tool arches, Theme Maker Toolkit arches, work really well. 2 cents, guys. I just got to let the dog out. So yeah, it's there's a lot of Theme Maker in here, but it's bits that are minimal, you know what I mean? So it's plaster, it's beams, it's the odd little thing that just make things look better, like the dragons. It's one thing I haven't shown you, the Dueling Dragons ride. What is going on here? Hello? Hello? What the? Paths there? I'll just delete that one. No. What is going on here? Oh, it's just, that's what they all want to get on the train, don't they? Right, let's just close the train. Let's get them all out. Kick them out, I say. Kick them out. But no, it's good. I've just enjoyed making it, boys, really. And girls, it literally is just, I love it. Is it better than Thunderland Adventure Valley? I think from a detail perspective, yes. But from a ride perspective, probably not. But it's a totally different park. You know, you got dart rides, you got water rides, you got more relaxed family coasters. It's not the wham bam thank you ma'am kind of thing on every single ride like I tried to do in Thunderland. But yeah, no, it's getting there, guys. This is a view I'm really enjoying now that this is starting to come to life. Just, yeah. This looks epic. I'm loving it. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well, as much as I am, really. But yeah, this Dueling Dragons ride, basically, we have a B&M Invert and a B&M Wing, a flying coaster, whatever you want to call it, Galactica Air. That have 3 interactions. So as they come down the lift hill, they come up into these reverse Illmans. It's amazing how hard it was to try and get them to go round at exactly the same time, considering the track size was identical. But the carriages, the blue ones I think are heavier, maybe. But the timing and trying to get them right, they look like the red one's going a bit quicker than the blue one, and it was just trying to get it right. But I managed to nail this bit. And then the blue coaster goes into a little bit of a Galactica on your back upward helix down into a drop, and then rolls back over. And then there's the 3rd interaction. So it is pretty cool. You know, they're not the best coasters in the world, but it was more about getting the interactions and making it have the look that I wanted it to have to feel that bit. I weren't too happy with the lift hill because of how high it was. But that doesn't wreck the views as much as I thought it would. So it's not too bad. But yeah, that's the park, guys. Another view I love is this one here. Great looking view. So, yeah. It may sound like I'm gloating, but I'm not. I'm just really enjoying this park. And I'm enjoying how it's coming together. It's slowly coming together. But this morning, I started out with this not done. None of this done around here. And that's all done now. So I don't ever have to think about these bits again. So that's finished. Sight lines are done from the go-karts. So there's no open air, you can't see through, there's rocks, there's bushes, there's plants, there's all sorts, and then it's the same on this. And we just got some fireflies for at night time, just to give it that little bit of a kiddie feel. And then the only bit I've got to do really is just this back section blending it into this coaster once it's done. So I built this today as well, this kind of bridge that goes around the back here. And you get some good views of that and the coaster whilst you're on Little Dragon. So yeah, it's all starting to come together now, really is, and it's interesting how I was down the back here a little while ago and I was just putting a few bits in and I was like, no one's ever going to see this. Why am I doing this? But if anyone does look down, at least there are rocks and bushes there, you know, instead of it being bare. So that's the objective with the park, is to make it completely cohesive. So there's no gaps, there's no bits missing, there's no bland bits. It's literally everything is done. You know, last week this finished here and I didn't have all this section just here, so we had this kind of pier walkway promenade walking up here all the way to here. And I was just for weeks I was looking at it and I was thinking it just doesn't look right, because there was just nothing here. Nothing here. It's just too much open space. And I even thought, oh, shall I bring the old steamboat and put it there? But then took up too much space, so I couldn't win. So then one day I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to extend this. So I did it on the live stream. It took about 20 minutes to half hour, but just literally carried that theme up here, which is there in real life. They do have this lower walkway around the Magic Kingdom, and it's just, I mean, that view now, once I get that top section done, pretty epic. Shot tower going off as well. It just, I love it. I absolutely love it. Sorry. Should we get back to building, guys? So where are we? We're up to 25 frames a second now with 143 guests in the park, wherever they are there. So around the edge of the park, if I'm in pause mode, depends where you are in the park, to be honest. We're up to 28, 31, and then it's pretty much 31 all the way around the outside of the park. Because one thing I've learned with this game is never build huge amount of detail in the middle of the park. Always try and push it out as far as you can. The most of your detail around the edge. And the reason being is the way the game works is the more you look at, the more your frames go down. So I'm getting 22, 23. Turn it that way, there's nothing there, I'm getting 30, 35. So if you build your rides in the area where there isn't much, it's only focusing really on what you've got in that area. You know what I mean? What I do tend to try and do, I didn't do it with this one, I should have had it going the other way, but is try and have your coasters going when they're fast and turning with nothing in front of them, because it's not loading anything, you know what I mean? So, but yeah. Well, I forgot to start the video with thank you to new subscribers. I woke up this morning with 3 more subscribers. Thank you, guys. Genuinely appreciated. And just see if we picked up any more. We have 2 more. Thank you, guys. Scarlett, you're 1, so appreciated. Thank you very much. More the merrier. Genuinely appreciated, guys. I really want to get this channel going as I'm out of work at the minute. I know you don't earn a huge amount of money off it or anything, but that's, you know, it's also just to show you guys what's capable in this game. I do what I do. Maxi does what he does. My curious mind does what he does. And that's what I love about the Planet Coaster community, is that nobody says, oh, that's crap, that looks poo. Because everybody's build style is totally different. Totally different. And that's what I enjoy about the game. Really enjoy about the game. Right, so I suppose we better get back to building. As I just said about 2 minutes ago as I went off on another rant. So, I'm just trying to build this castle because for those that wasn't here when I was building this, basically this is going to be another indoor dart ride. So that's kind of why I'm putting the starfield around as we build. Because then I know where I can terraform to, and I can also rock to. So that's going to be a bit tight, but then I can just make that a slightly smaller cave. So basically, we come into the town, celebrations, happiness, laughter, music, blah, 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 blah. Then we come up to the castle, they're guarding the castle, and as we come around the corner, continuation of the castle will be on fire. There'll be the odd little explosion and stuff like that. And then as you... I could use my driving skills better. Come around the corner. It's kind of a blind corner. I may put a couple more rocks in just to blind it off a little bit more. You see the red coat shooting, and then you see the good guys, the bad guys, whoever you perceive the pirates to be, shooting over here. We'll then go into a cave up the hill, and then down into the red coats and the pirates having a ship battle. Coaster also goes through there. Luckily it doesn't catch any of the thingamajig's ropes. But what I need to do is actually copy and paste this one back over there, because I don't know if you noticed, the sails obviously aren't on the ship as standard, and I've made this look quite pirate. So even though it's from a distance, you can still see the skulls, the flags and everything, so it makes sense. And it looks fairly decent, actually. I've used the fire hydrant to make it look as though it's going along in the water. And with the water splashes, I've just timed them so that they're random, basically. So you'll see some go off twice at the same, some at the same time, some individually, totally different times. So that all works quite nicely. It's more sporadic. Same with the cannons, so they don't all shoot at the same time either, so you get more effect there. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. It's definitely coming together now. Keep saying it, guys. I keep saying it, but it is. It is. So my thoughts are, is if I square this off now and put a round turret in the middle, but then it will get rid of that. Yeah, let's just. Yeah, we'll just square it off, guys. And then what else we got in sandstone? Why is there no music? I thought they had sandstone round pieces, but they don't, do they? Because that one has that concave thing. But then they have nothing to go on top of it. It's such a strange set of build pieces. It really, really is. What am I doing? What can I put on top of that? Let's definitely put on top of that in that respect. Right, Russell. Can't grab the colours off those. Okay. Where's the little topper? Where's the little topper? It's where they do one that's a whole one. There it is. It's a small one. Okay. I cannot win, Captain. Okay, we'll just have to do it the other way then. I'll tell you what we will do. We'll use, is it that one? Because it'll be easier to try to colour match. Plus it'll be up high anyway, so it's not going to look that different, I hope. That's fine. So we grab that. Right, that's that sorted. Okay, so Cheers, Dan. Appreciate it, mate. I literally, excuse me, sorry, I was taking a drink now. That was very rude of me. What was it? Just literally working on this. But as you just joined in, Dan, just quickly. This is now complete. So that is all done. This is all complete now. This berm, so that's all sorted. So technically, from here, around here, through here, that's all done. That tick box finished. Oh, apart from music on this. That's all I've got to do. We're getting there. Right, guys, just have an old age moment, just thinking whilst there's an auto save. Typical. Is what it is, Dan. It's just the way the mechanics of the game work, isn't it? Is it? But it's stuff like that that I'd love to see different in Planet Coaster 2, if you know what I mean. So like you can select indoor or have something that can block out light or whatever, if you know what I mean. That'd be cool on Planet Coaster 2 if it comes and when it comes, if it does, whatever. Haven't really left myself much room here. Unless we use this one. Look a little weird, I think. Yeah, that's a little strange. Because I don't want to go too much higher. I don't want to go far too. I don't want to go too much higher than I already am. Have a little ride, get an idea of perspective. Make sure everything's all right. Evening, Adrian. How are you? Hope you're well, sir. I've just been working on the Pirate Dark Ride. Just doing a little bit of the castle work. So we're just trying to get... excuse me. Perspective of it, basically. Excuse me, guys. Drink went down the wrong hole. Yeah, it's got the perspective, right? So that's all good. Tunnel looks good. Don't know, Dan. Have to wait and see. Yeah, potentially. I don't know. Right. Okay, that's the entrance to the castle pretty much done. I'll tell you what we will do, actually. Where's... if I can do it. What's it called again? I'll tell you what. I'll just go to the castle and get it. Never remember what this is called. And basically, all I want to do is actually have it. Just want to have a little bit through the top of that, you know? Just so that it gives it a little bit. Oh, actually, I tell you what would make more sense with having a slide in, wouldn't it? So wait for the boat. Pause. I'll tell you what, we will do the top as well. There we go, that works. I think. Isn't it? Guess we're on free side, really. Make sure it's the same. And that kind of works. Definitely adding to it, which is nice. Just a bit lost when it comes to this now, guys. I quite like it like that. I do like it like that, so we'll keep it like that, I think. this is annoying. Why is my brain... My brain just isn't functioning. I'm just lacking inspiration for pirate. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I think it's because I built so much of it. I mean, that looks alright. Um, We'll see. That's why I'll get this done, as you don't really have to think about this. You know what I mean? So. Hey Jeff, how are you, dude? You alright? So as you can see here, guys, on the right hand side, there's no moonlight. So you're only getting the light from the thing, where on the left hand side, you're getting the moonlight. So it looks like a blue screen effect, basically, against the stars. So that's kind of why I've got to cover it over. And then you're in control of the complete lighting, if you know what I mean. So actually, I hate that yellow light. I've got to change the one at the bottom of the steps as well. See if I can put him in it. Good. Such a better light, isn't it? But then you still get the yellow with the lamp, which is pretty cool. It just gives you such a better... I mean, it's just yellow. Ugh. I'm good, Jeff Bud. How about you, buddy? How's your day going so far, my man? Mine's going well. I've got a load of Planko done today. Nice. I haven't been to Port Aventura since I was... Crikey. I think the park was only 2 years old. A year, 2 years old, I think was the last time I went. When did it open? 94? So that's a long time ago. Jeez. Feeling old now, boys. Feeling old now. Let's get back to making this look good. So you know what I'm thinking is... You should get him silhouetting past, which it does. So, we just want a bit more purple light on here, don't we? Where's the old box light on? There it is. Come back. Purple work. Dark purple, there we go. Also guys, never be afraid to leave the light showing. You know what I mean? It adds realism. The ones that you can't avoid, because I mean obviously if you have that underwater and you've got light shining up, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So like these ones, they're all hidden behind the walls and everything. It kind of looks nice. So we just need a bit of downlight on there, I think. That one. Change it. Oh no, hold on. Copy. To white, just so we know where we're shining. There's a light on. What? No. Activate on trigger. There we go. So it's given us just a nice light now. So we'll put a couple more of these around. Make that look like it is a light. We'll grab this. That's too no good. See, you want something in between that. I mean, that again is a little bit too yellow. That's why you end up putting loads of these in. It's a much nicer light though, isn't it? That's got a vibe now, guys. Look at that. Got a little bit of one anyway. Quite to say, guys, thanks for sticking with the stream. It's genuinely appreciated. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Reason being is we've had like 6 to 9 people watching the whole time, so genuinely that's pretty good. So I appreciate your time, guys. It's a really good park. I remember I enjoyed it thoroughly. I think Dragon Khan's a bit rattly now, so be prepared on that. How long have I been playing Planet Coaster? 5 years this November. So 4.5 years nearly. I've been playing Planet Coaster, and it never stops. So yeah, it's perfect height. Right. Very addictive, mate. Very addictive. But soothing at the same time. For me, anyway. Excuse me. Cheers, guys. It's appreciated. Thank you. You're not copying all my ideas, are you, Adrian? Doesn't bother me if you are. That's the reason why I do it, to give you guys the inspiration. Looks alright. Right, okay, so we've got to separate this from this. So, do we have another bridge section? That's what I'm thinking. What on earth have I done here? What do we do, guys? Do we bring a bit of veg in, a bit of vegetation, and have like a, have something like that going across, maybe, or something like this, a little bit more believable. So it's a bit too. Oh, that one's alright. Run. So it's a bit too jungly, doesn't it? It's going to need to be another. We'll do a thin one though this time. Right, we'll use that. want to do this, guys. We want to try and keep it as right angular as possible, I guess. And that will not block it off, but it will give it a transition. So that, then toolkit. 2 meter piece. And what we'll do with this, we'll do steps up this side. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. We'll go around, colour them and everything in a bit, guys. Figure out how I'm going to do this bit now. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure this one out. Obviously it gets shorter towards the top. Not going to work, is it? Or is it? Worst thing is, guys, I've got to do this again inside. Does that look right or not, guys? Does that work, guys? Because it's too short at the top. Um, Dang it. Why can't things be simpler? Why did I have to pick the bent ones is the question, I guess. Let's make this easier. We'll get rid of these. Okay. Where's this one? A bit bigger as well, so it takes up more room. So that works better for me. But be a lot wider. Yeah, that's fine. Right. There. Kind of feels a bit more grand anyway, if you know what I mean. It's nice to have all the curvy lines, but just the amount of pieces it takes up is unreal. What am I doing now? Right, got to sort this out. Well, that's a bad design. I want to put that there and I can't. I know what we'll do. We'll sort that out in a minute. Right, okay. Right then, guys. I'm pretty much done for the evening. My neck and shoulders are starting to hurt. I've been playing so much today. So, I don't mean to stop the stream there, but you can kind of see the direction that this is going in. This area doesn't feel so big now, which is nice. And we can just stick some rocks with palm trees on the right here or something. Or we could do the... I don't know, something. We'll fit something in there. But that's coming along quite well now. Excuse me, sorry. And then once we get rid of this, what do you call it? Moonlight. That will really start to pop in there. So yeah, hopefully guys, you can see where that's coming now. You can see where how much detail is going to be in it with how this is going. So hopefully we can replicate something along those lines, but on a happier, more cheerier note in the first section. And then as we come through to here, obviously then we'll have fire and explosions, etc. And then you got the fight, and then you got the interaction with the coaster, and then we basically got the treasure bit at the back. And then we got to start this and somehow make that work. Then we're on the home stretch, guys. There's really not much to do once these two are done. It's just finishing things. So yeah. So guys, I just want to thank you again all for following, subbing, commenting, liking the videos. It's always appreciated. And most importantly, your time. Because I know everyone's busy. And I'm just glad that this is catching your attention and making you want to see more, basically. So, yeah. But welcome to all the new subscribers. It's genuinely appreciated, like I just said. Everyone that normally watches, also the new guys, it's genuinely appreciated. Don't keep to me. I don't keep saying appreciated. My apologies, guys. You can tell how tired I am, so sorry. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all for your time today. It's genuinely appreciated. Really, really is, guys. For anybody that's not subbed and you want to see this part come to life more, please do hit the sub button. I don't spam. Literally, I build live and I post the odd update video, which I need to do. So, thank you again, guys. Speak to you all soon. I hope you have a lovely morning, day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Just going to wait for you guys to catch up with me before I turn the stream off. I'm still here. Now, guys, thank you again. See you all very soon, probably tomorrow afternoon, evening, and then we can build some more. But I'm just a bit spent today. I've got kind of achy fingers as well for the amount of clicking I've been doing. So, but guys, thank you again. Speak to you all very soon. Have a very, very pleasant day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Cheers, guys.